Okay, I found a room to lock myself in to tell you guys this story. I thought it came to the time where I guess I should tell you the full story of the whole how did I almost die thing. One second. Bear with me. Turn down the volume all the way because YouTube hates when I use my own sounds. Dang it. This one. Tell me a story of how you almost died. Lloyd. That's right. It's me, Dad. No, but I'm shocked what my May baby did. Okay. Were any of you guys fooled? I hope so. Okay. I was gonna write a script for this, but I got for two reasons I didn't. I got bored, and also I thought it would just be more realistic if I just said it off my memory. Okay, so let's get started, I guess. I need to get off this bed before I fall asleep again. I fell asleep like 9 times this morning. Okay, I'm gonna sit here instead. Oh, except you can't see me when I sit down. Alright, put you down here, staring into a wall. There. That's my final offer. Okay. So, it was like, this was around, I don't know, 2023 or 2023, 2024, something like that. It was Christmas time, and I was like getting panicked and stuff. Like the day before, I'm like, we were still in California, and we were supposed to be heading up to Oregon for Christmas, and I'm like, bro, I still haven't gotten my brother anything for Christmas, and I need to get him something for Christmas because he got me like 3 things, he said. And I saw all the wrapped presents, so I'm like, yeah, so it's true, I need to get him something. So, like 3 days before Christmas, I'm like, I go up and I'm like, yo, I go up to my father. I was with my father, and like, I didn't feel like driving that day, so I'm like, yo, can you take me to the store? I need to get something for. I did say his name, but I'm not gonna say his name on camera. Have I already said? Yeah, I have. Yo, I need to get something for Eli. Eli's my brother, by the way. Yo, I need to get something for Eli. And he's like, okay. He's like, okay, let's go get something for Eli then. But before that, he said, maybe we should wait because dinner's about to be ready and stuff. But then my uncle came and he was like, yo, are you about to go to town because we need to get some ham for dinner? So my dad's like, yeah, okay. So my dad's like, okay, fine, I guess we can go to town. So we hop in the car. It's like nighttime, right? It's like nighttime. We get in the car and we're heading down the driveway. We get to the store. I run straight to the toy aisle, and I'm like, I head straight for the toy aisle to get him a present. So he was really into dinosaurs then, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get him something dinosaur related. I got him a big dinosaur T-Rex stuffed animal and a Jurassic Park Lego set. And so I was set. I ran to the checkout and I checked out and stuff. Blah, 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 blah. We get outside, and I was too excited to go home and wrap these, so I didn't even look both ways. I just ran right across the street. My dad was like shooken. My dad was like, "You gotta watch out." And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I didn't get hit. That's not where this comes in. We're getting there, though. So, we get in the car. I'm sitting in the front seat, and I'm like, I put my seatbelt on, and I'm like, okay, let's go. So we like, actually, this was when I wasn't, like, old enough to drive. Yeah, so that makes sense why I wasn't driving. I wasn't old enough yet. Yeah, so I walk over, I'm like, blah, 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 blah. So we get in the car, I buckle up, and we're about to exit the parking lot. And there's like there's 4 lanes, right? So my dad had to get into the 4th lane, but we were right next to the 1st lane. So my dad starts pulling out. All 3 of the lines stopped. They were Gucci with us going through. The 4th one decided to not stop. She ran. I know it was a she because I saw her get out of the car. She rams into so we have a minivan, right? So this is our car. Everyone's like stopped right here, waiting for us to go through. This girl in like an SUV or something rams into the side of our car where like the sliding back door is. She rams into the side of our car, having a huge dent, pushing our like right headlight into the back of someone's back right light. So it was a 3-car accident. So that girl rammed into our side, pushed our car over here to another car that was right here, and we bashed into her. And we bashed into them. So then all traffic stopped, and I was freaked out because I've never been in a car crash before this. And my dad gets out, and he's like, and so do the other people. They're like talking and stuff. The girl who rammed into us is yelling at my dad saying it's his fault, but I saw the whole thing, and I know it's not his fault. It was 100% the lady's fault. She freaking rammed into us. So she was like yelling and stuff. She was banging on our car. And my dad begged her to stop because like I was already freaked out inside. So they call the police, they call tow trucks, they call paramedics, they call 911, blah, blah, blah. So they call 911. A bunch of like, it started to rain. It was like really dark. It was like, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night. It was like raining and stuff. And so it was like pitch black outside. I couldn't see anything but the blurred red and blue lights just flashing. I was huddled. We were like just visiting, so the only thing that was in the car really, because we had already unpacked all the things, was my dog's blanket because she was in the car laying on her blanket. I got my dog's blanket and I hid under it. No matter how bad it smelled, I hid under it, and I grabbed Eli's stuffed animal that I just got him, and I hugged on it, and I cried. I climbed into the back seat because I was freaking terrified. The front door opens and the paramedic is like, she looks at me because she's like, "Hi, honey, I'm a paramedic. Do you want me to take you into the ambulance so you can get checked out?" And I shake my head because I'm already terrified. I shake my head, and she's like, "Okay." She closes the door again, and again, banging, stuff like that. Banging, yelling, red and blue flashing lights, sirens outside. Crazy. And then, like, I don't know, 20 minutes later, my dad and the 2 other cars pull into a parking lot because the police officer has to talk to all of us and has to talk to all of them. So they're like talking blah 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 blah, and nobody got in trouble for this. So they let the other two. So they let the guy who our car bashed into him because the lady bashed into us go, and then the lady who bashed into us had to split insurance with my father because my father does not want to pay over $2,000 for our car. This is my mom's car, not my dad's car. So after they spent insurance, she leaves. Nothing happened to her car, by the way. Nothing but a scratch. And our car was like completely beat up, bashed. Our front headlight, the glass was broken. The light was like shattered everywhere. The metal around it was like bashed in. And our door, it was completely smashed. And so we're like, so after she leaves, the police officer also leaves. And my dad's just sitting there, and I climb out of the car because now it's just my dad, and I'm like, I feel safe with him. So I get out, and I'm like kind of quiet-ish, and I'm like, I ask him because remember, my uncle had told my father while he's out, go get some ham for dinner. I ask him, are we still gonna get the ham? I don't know why that was my first priority, getting the ham. So I'm like, are we still gonna get the ham? And my dad's like, no, we're not getting the ham. We're going home. He holds on to my shoulder. He's like, are you okay? Are you hurt? And I'm like, no. And he's like, you're just scared? And I'm like, yeah, I was just scared. He hugged me, blah, blah, blah. And so he grabs his phone and he takes pictures of like all the damage and stuff. Again, it was like really bad. So we get back in the car. We're heading up to the house. We park at the house. I rush in while my dad's still outside, like looking around, making sure nothing but those 2 injuries to our car happened. Nope, there were a lot more. Scratch all along the back and stuff. So my dad's still looking outside. I rush inside and they're like, my dad had texted my mom like, yo, we got in a car crash, we're coming home. My mom hears the door open, she runs downstairs and she's like, what happened? She's like, what happened? And I'm like, we got in a car crash, and she's like, oh crap. So she runs outside, checks out the car. She's like fuming because, again, her car, and it's like completely bashed up and broken. So she's like, oh my gosh. So she's like really mad and stuff like that. But she's not mad at my dad. She's mad at the person who hit my dad. And so then my brother comes and he's like, I heard you got in a car crash. Oh my gosh, were you scared? And I wanted to seem brave, so I'm like, no, I wasn't scared at all. I was terrified. So I'm like, no, I was fine. It wasn't scary at all. He quickly found out that I was terrified. I'm playing with my nail polish. I'm sorry. It chipped. Now it's bothering me so much. So he's like, so then they all go outside and stuff. I stay inside because like I already checked it out and stuff. I don't need to check it out more. And my uncle comes up to me. He's like, so where's the ham? And I'm like, we didn't get the ham. He's like, why? What happened? You didn't get the ham? And I'm like, no, we didn't get the ham because we got in a car crash. And my uncle was like, sorry, what? And I'm like, yeah, we got in a car crash. I tell him what happened, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh my gosh, thank goodness you didn't get the ham. So they have to like live without the ham. The ham is not the prime part of the story, even though it seems like I'm bringing up the ham a lot. It's not. So, ow. So, my dad was like, so after that, like, blah, 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 a couple days later, our car's still bashed. We're leaving now to go up to my other grandparents' house for Christmas. We were just there for, like, a a couple of days. So we roll down the window to say goodbye and stuff. So there's like this really, really steep hill. Here, I will show you 1 second. 1 second, I'm gonna show you. Not sure how well you're gonna be able to see this. Oh, I don't want you to see that. Listen, here, 1 second. So yeah, do you see? Like, yeah, there's a really steep hill right there. There's like a really steep hill right there. So it's like a really, really steep hill. So we're like stopped. So then we try and roll up the window. It's not rolling up. It's broken. It's not rolling up. So my dad has to put on the emergency brakes. I don't know why I did this. I don't know what an emergency brake is. Sure, I drive cars, but I don't know what an emergency brake is. Well, I do know what it is, and I do know what an emergency brake is. I just, don't know how to use it because I've never had to use it. So I'm just imagining it's like a lever or something. I don't know. So my dad puts puts on the emergency brake. He steps outside. He's like trying to force up. He's like grabbing the window and trying to force it up. It's not going up, and he's like, and now they're like, oh, great. Because my mom doesn't like when the window is down, because then it's like, it makes like this weird in her ears, so she hates it. So she just has to deal with it until we can get to Home Depot. So we drive to Home Depot, and we have to get some like fake glass and stuff. So my dad puts the fake glass on the window, duct tapes it so there's no holes. We're Gucci. So we go to my other grandparents' house. So they go to the other grandparents' house, and while my mom, Eli, and my grandma were out shopping and stuff, my grandpa and my dad stayed behind, and they actually like disassembled the entire door and pushed it back out, and they fixed all the things, and they fixed all the lights and stuff, and they fixed the window so now it can roll up and down perfectly fine. There's still scratches. We call those battle scars. So yeah, I didn't get hurt. My dad didn't get hurt. Nobody got hurt in the accident. Thank goodness. Yeah. And now our car is our car. So, yeah. That was my car crash. So, yeah. Okay, anyway, thanks for listening to me yap about how I almost died. Okay, anyway, peace, guys.